Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update later than usual. Thursday, May 17th, 10:19 a.m., 2018. We had some satellite issues, so we're uploading this today. We were in total blackout for 6 hours. Do not try this at home. This man is golfing. Right next to that volcano. If you read this article, it's totally insane. He says, we're not worried about it. I don't feel bad. If it goes up, it will come down, says Charles Manville. And yet here, an idiot is golfing. We do not recommend this. Kilauea Summit Caldera update, the most recent update from HVO USGS on the continuing eruption at Kilauea, stated that ash emission from the overlook crater within Halemaumau has decreased. There is still an ash cloud rising up from Halemaumau, 3,000 to 4,000 feet above the ground, altitudes varying with pulses of emission intensity and drifting slowly northward from the Kilauea summit. Ashfall may occur in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and Volcano Village. Those communities downwind that may receive ashfall should take the necessary precautions. The report also says that several magnitude 3 or stronger earthquakes occurred in the shallow depth beneath Kilauea summit. Yesterday, the explosive eruption in 1924 at the Kilauea summit was also marked by hundreds of felt earthquakes. So we're in a very similar event currently. Now, as the magma drained from the caldera, these earthquakes will increase. It resulted in the 24 eruption of some fatalities within the park. And there's a recent crack in Highway 11 near the entrance to the park, which could create nightmares. So we're going to be closely watching this. At Leilani Estates Division, eruptive activity remains concentrated at Fissure 17, but the spattering was decreased in vigor. The advancing of the flow has slowed significantly yesterday afternoon and is now a total length of 1.5 miles. Volcanic gas emission remains elevated throughout the area downwind of the fissures. Continued northwest displacement of the GPS monitoring stations indicate that the magma continues to be supplied to the lower East Rift zone. Elevated earthquake activity continues, but earthquake locations have not moved further down rift in the past couple of days. Quickly, I'll show you an inflation map. You can see the areas here in purple, yellow, and blue. They're all changing. So here's the Kilauea summit. Here's the Maka'opuhi crater. Here's Pu'uo'o. And you can see everywhere south of these craters, there is motion. So there is lots of motion in this activity, especially in the rift zone. Very unstable here. So, and if we're watching any place to calve off, it's going to be the rift area here, not the Helena slump, which is up here. So this rift zone would be the area in question. But there's lots of movement there. Maryland weather, Frederick declares a state of emergency as flooding rain continues. This drone footage shows Frederick is simply buried in water. Underwater, and the scenes don't get better. That truck was tossed. Look at the water in the background here. Clearly not a good scene in Frederick, as it rained over 4.5 inches an hour. Lightning, hail, and rain hit Sacramento area. When will it stop? Not anytime soon. 2 hikers found dead at Sequoia National Park. In less than 2 weeks, the rugged terrain inside Sequoia has claimed 2 lives. 1 death occurred near Mount Whitney, and the other occurred near Watchtower section of the Lakes Trail at Lodgepole. On May 5th, 2 hikers discovered the body during their descent from Mount Whitney. The pair reported finding 2 ice axes and what appeared to be blood trail leading to a body 15 to 2,000 feet below the axes. So that's a heads up. Dangerous in the mountains as these times are changing. Blueberry crop devastation, more than 60% loss expected for Georgia harvest, the 2nd year in a row that the state has experienced such a serious loss. Though the cause is less clear. I wonder if it's global cooling. Because that's what's happening here in California. Tough winter weather devastated local cherry, blueberry, and other crops. He's got a grin on his face, but that's because he's got crop insurance. We're talking 75% losses from normal levels of cherries, blueberries. Come read it. Crop losses are in. It's going to be very expensive to buy fruit this year. Lightning strikes trees. Large hailstorm damage reported in Massachusetts on Tuesday. Heads up, Jimmy. Is that your truck? Saskatoon weather outlook, snow, record-breaking heat and rain. Guys, that's all for the same day. Currently 19 degrees there, but look at this. Snow and record-breaking 30-degree heat all in the same day, and now raining is on the way. Flooding. It's crazy weather. Have you heard of this thing called the Grand Solar Minimum, where these types of things are predicted? Major swings from cold to heat, causing crop loss, global unrest, and other types of devastation. We're just waiting on them. Extreme cold to strike much of New Zealand from this weekend. It's hello winter from Met Service as temperatures are set to plunge for the next fortnight. It kickstarts this weekend, but progressively gets colder. And here is the beginning, folks. We're watching it unfold. Talking about temperature swings, 2018 Europe summer forecast, intense heat to seize France and Germany, fierce storms to hit Poland and Romania. Come all the way down to the bottom of the article here, which has got some good Romanian flood footage. And any summer drought on top of bitter cold in late winter and early spring could have major implications on produce growing, says the British Isles, Roy said. So we could have crop losses across the British Isles we're not really being told about. Mount St. Helens volcano rated normal, but could be recharging. It is. It is. And it's because of the cosmic ray flux and the muons heating that silicious rich magma in the subsurface. Come over and check out the Ice Age 2050, the climate guy. Christopher is a friend of the channel, and he's put out this piece today. Koreans frightened about the climbing food prices. I was going to show you some articles, but he's got the info in here for you. So quickly come over here and give him some support. I'll leave you links to his blog, Ice Age 2050, also on YouTube. Today's first boom to science. He's working it out over there. Kids in high school. Give him some support. Videos show devastating impacts across the South Island if the Alpine fault ruptures. Guys, if you don't know what that is, it's a major fault in New Zealand. And when it goes, it's going to go big. So it is on the western side of the South Island, and it runs the entire length. And it has the potential to fault at 7 and 8 magnitude. It has in the past historically faulted at this magnitude during high cosmic ray flux periods. I will leave you links to this article so you can do your own homework if you live in that region. Don't be scared, be prepared. You're in a highly seismically active region, as well as volcano threats. Seismic update, Leilani still ticking off. Largest quake of the day, 3.6 in Nanuel Estates. Largest quake since the 4.4. There's been a 5.2 in Peru. No other quakes of note. We have this China rumbler, 5.3 in Japan. I'm sorry. Quickly, Big Island, how land schemes turn lava fields into subdivisions. The people that live in Puna bought the land for pennies on the dollar because it's in an area that they knew were going to get devastated. This is a scumbag move and put all these people at risk. Eventually, all the homes there will be under lava based on the historical information. But they did some hokey calculating and said there's a 1 in 1,000 chance. That means that your home specifically, but not your neighbor's home. So unfortunately, this has led to loss of whole communities over the last decades. If you don't know about it, come read this article. It tells you about what you get for when you buy a lot for $1,000. You get a burnt home decades later. So that's a big heads up. Keep your eyes open, guys. There are ways to survive and thrive in the future. Follow the channel. We just did an amazing radio show with experts in the field of cannabis science. They're going to be coming back in August, and we're going to be working with them again to spread knowledge on plant-based medicine and how you can make your own and successfully treat yourself. Get off all the dangerous pharmaceuticals that the industry wants you to be taking. Keep your eyes open. Be safe.